Ladies and gentlemen, I have your attention. I'd like to introduce you, if you haven't met our soldier of the night. This is Lieutenant Terry Peterson from Warrenville, Illinois, graduate from Marmion. Israel Del Toro was supposed to be here. He called me yesterday morning. His son developed a real bad case of pneumonia, and so he had to cancel out. And so Terry's got the show all to himself tonight. He's going to share some words with you, and we'll go on.
Hi, good evening. I'll make this short because some of us know that officers speak too much anyways. Sorry, Major. I'm Terry, and before I tell you my story tonight, I want to introduce you to some special people in my life. Over at this table over here, I have my girlfriend Stephanie, my mother Petra, my stepfather Mark, also in the Army, 11 Charlie. My sister Catherine, and it's her boyfriend Jim. And then I've got another sister, she's in Colorado, she couldn't be here, and the rest of my family, of course. I'd also like to thank Ed Huss and his wife and family and the other members of his foundation. Not only for the benefit tonight, but for all of his words of support and gratitude and his service to his country as well. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you for being here tonight. It's a real privilege for me to be connected to a community of such people, and I can't tell you how much the support means to me and fellow soldiers, so thank you. Before I go into, I guess, what happened to me, I do want to say something about myself, because I know a lot of you don't know me. But I've always had a hard time accepting the thank yous I get for what I've done. And it's not that I'm not gracious. It's just because I am, obviously. I love being able to come home to this in this country. But for me, it's, you know, and the other soldiers here, it's something that we swore to do, and I feel that I was just a soldier doing what a soldier does. For me, there's no greater honor than serving our country in this time and this very necessary war. Furthermore, I don't see myself as a hero. I'm called that a lot, but the final point I'll make to everyone, and I'm sure you feel the same way, is the real heroes are the unfortunate men and women that don't come home to communities and events such as this, that are left over there. So I'm always a little uneasy being called a hero, because the real heroes are the men and women that died for our country. On December 8th of 2005, my life forever changed. I was on patrol in Iraq, east of Baghdad, when my convoy was hit by an improvised explosive device, a roadside bomb. I watched 4 of my friends, to include myself, be brutally wounded, and unfortunately I watched my good friend Captain Kevin Smith die painfully in front of my eyes. After the initial excitement and chaos subsided, a feeling of despair and helplessness washed over me, because I realized I couldn't help Kevin and I couldn't help the other soldiers. And basically realized I couldn't help myself. At that time, I realized that I was in bad shape. Amongst a bunch of fractures and deep lacerations, the artery in my left arm was severed, and I was quickly bleeding out. And I'll never forget the cold, deep fear that swept over me at that point, knowing that I was probably going to die. And as cliche as this sounded at that point, it didn't last too long, but I don't know. The training took over, and I realized if I didn't calm down, that through my panic I'd go into shock and I'd die. And so I was kind of happy that I had that background in training and everything. It's around this point that our Savior showed up, and I know Ed's real proud of this, but our division's cavalry unit showed up, and anyone that's Cav, you know, they showed up in their big tanks with their guns blazing, and they got me and the rest of the men out, and they took us to a field hospital. After that, it's kind of the same old story. A lot of work went on. I spent 2 days in the hospital in Baghdad and 2 days at Landstuhl, Germany, and then 9 months at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. After 28 operations, relearning how to walk again, and hundreds and hundreds of hours of physical therapy, I am the man you see before you now. So I'm really happy. A lot of that credit, however, goes to the people sitting at that table right there. They were the rock that I relied on during the darkest hour of my life. So once again, I thank them. And I guess to sum it up, my new battle, it's the transition to normalcy and civilian life for me. Becoming a civilian after being in the military wasn't as easy as expected. So now I'm dealing with that, but I'm doing well. And through your support and your love and everything, I know I can push through this last obstacle and get back to everything. So I want to thank everyone again for being here tonight, and your words mean the world to me. I'll never forget it, and I look forward to being able to do this for another soldier in the very near future. Thank you again. Have a great evening, and please feel free to come up to me and talk, and you can ask me anything. It doesn't bother me. Thanks a lot.